Hello everyone, this is Icona, and this is the first of 3 parts of me playing Soldier on Payload Thundermountain. Now since it's 1 out of 3 parts and we're on offense, you can kind of guess that we end up winning this first one and the second one. But nevertheless, I decided to break these gameplays up into 3 parts because this was kind of a long match. They held us for a while, and I wanted to include all of it. So right now I'm rocking the Liberty Launcher and the Reserve Shooter. Now these two in combination I don't think are that good, just because I like to spam a lot and I like to shoot a lot, and really it's for this. here's the part where I was confused. That heavy just walked off the cliff and I was like, what the hell? But anyway, the Liberty Launcher and the Reserve Shooter each have 3 shots, and even though they are effective, I'm not that kind of player that likes to pick their shots too much, especially with a shotgun. I like to spam the shotgun a lot, and so I'm more comfortable with the 6 shots of the regular shotgun, not the 3 shots of the Reserve Shooter. But I decided to try it out anyway. Now the Reserve Shooter, I think the perks are you get mini crits on airborne targets for 3 seconds. So I guess the strategy with this weapon or this setup is that you use your rocket launcher to kind of pop enemies up in the air, because if you shoot at their feet, the enemies will just pop up in the air and it kind of immobilizes them. And so I guess the strategy is to use your rocket launcher to pop them up in the air, and then you just shoot them with the Reserve Shooter and you get a mini crit. I can't switch that fast. I don't have that kind of reaction time where I know that the rocket that I shoot is going to make them pop up in the air. It's not something that I can plan out. It's just something that happens. And when that usually happens, they can't really do anything. They're kind of stunned. And so I usually just finish them off with another rocket instead of taking out my shotgun. So the first point was a little tricky. There's a bunch of sentries out of there. There's a bunch of sentries set up, and if you're a soldier and you want to take out sentries, you can't. In most cases, you can't really attack it like you would a demo man. A demo man, you can go for the sentry directly, and you can probably take out the sentry with some stickies. That's what the demo man is really effective as. But with the soldier, especially if you don't have the direct hit, you can't attack the engineer directly. What you have to do is try and take out. I'm sorry, you can't take out the sentry directly. What you have to do is take out the engineer first, or take out the dispenser. Once the engineer is gone, they can't repair the sentry gun, and if the dispenser is gone, he's gonna run out of metal eventually. So the idea is random crit. The idea is to take out the engineer or the dispenser first before trying to take out the sentry. And I know that can be difficult sometimes because the sentry is shooting at you, but what you want to try and do is just kind of pop out of corners and to get a few shots at the engineer, because the engineer is probably staying near his dispenser, and the dispenser can only heal him so fast. So if you get a few good shots off real quick at him, you can kill the engineers. Now here, there's no engineer guarding that thing. I really should have had that, but luckily my team got it. Trying out the Reserve Shooter and running out of ammo. See, that's the thing with this gun. Even though it is good, I guess, in some situations, in most situations I'm on the ground, or the enemy is all on the ground, and I don't get those mini crits, and so all I get are 3 shots to finish someone off. And so here I run out of bullets again, reload, and luckily I finish him off. But if I had a 6-shot shotgun, I could have finished him off a lot faster. So this area down here, a soldier, is not the best. You see, I tried to rocket jump up there. With soldier, you got to remember that you need a height advantage really to be an effective soldier. If you don't have that height advantage and you're shooting up, all you're doing is really hitting the wall in the back, and usually there's no one standing there. What you want to do is get above the enemy and shoot down at their feet, and you can get multiple targets if you get them with the blast damage. Now here I was lucky enough to get some kills while down here, but I ended up getting taken out by this demo man. I tried to rocket jump out of the way. I thought it would be a pretty epic moment if I managed to rocket jump out of the way of the demo and then finish him off. But he got me with his melee. So yeah, so here this route is pretty good for demo man and soldiers and heavies because you get a height advantage. So again, here's that sentry I was talking about. I managed to take out the dispenser, but the sentry gun is still up. And so what I'm trying to do is hit the back wall and take out the engineer, because once he's down, because he has that the remote control for his sentry gun. If I take him out, his sentry gun gets destabilized for a few seconds, but also no one is there to repair his sentry gun. So once you take out the engineer, you can go in, and it's only a matter of time until the sentry gun is destroyed. So I know that sentry gun is still there. I still want the kill. I still want to take that out because we know we can't move forward until that's gone. Now there's probably an opportunity that I could have used my reserve shooter. I popped him up in the air, and I could have switched, but my instinct really is to not switch weapons if I have a rocket ready to go. I would just finish him off with a rocket. So taking out the engineer, and the sentry gun goes down, and I landed on the cart. I had low health. Landed on the cart. I was hoping to get some health from the cart, but I guess the fall damage from jumping was enough to kill me. I think that would have been a cool escape. Random crit. So another sentry gun is set up here, and again, I don't have that height advantage because I'm down in the valley and I can't really get a good shot at it. So I decide to retreat. Here, this demo man, this Uber demo. I tried to avoid him, hoping that he won't see me. And here I'm playing like Ring Around the Rosie. I'm trying to get the medic, but yeah, he gets me. And after I was like, why did I die? I could have caught up to that medic. I thought I was catching up to that medic, but then I just realized, soldiers run pretty slow. They're not the fastest runners, and medics are pretty fast, and demo men are pretty fast, and so that's why they caught up to me and killed me from the back. But I was hoping to just kind of go around and around that pole and hopefully get the engineer. I mean the medic. Now our team had a pretty good push, but we ended up getting pushed back quite a lot past this bridge right here. And you don't really want to be pushed back too far. Like, this bridge is a real bottleneck, and a lot of spies like to make runs up that bridge because everyone's in a nice line. All the spy has to do is come behind you and just kill everyone. Luckily I saw that spy, he missed, and I got him. But most of the time when your entire team is crossing that bridge, you're really vulnerable to spies, and so you don't really want to get pushed too far back when you're on this last point. I'm just trying to spam rockets to keep them at bay, and that's another good thing about like classes like Demo Man, especially Demo Man, but also soldiers as well, where all you have to do is shoot, and they'll kind of retreat a little bit. Most of them won't charge up, especially if you have a medic nearby. Most people won't just charge into an area with an enemy medic healing their teammates because they wouldn't stand a chance. So it's just good to keep on spamming rockets to keep them at bay and make sure that they don't gain too much ground and don't push you back too far. Again, that sentry is still up, and I don't have a height advantage, and so I have to loop around this way to get the height advantage over the sentry. Now, luckily, I was using the right-handed view model, and so if you don't know how the rockets work in this game, well, if you have a right-handed view model, the rockets come out of the right side, and so you can shoot around corners like that. I was able to shoot around that ledge, take out that engineer, and we won the round. Unfortunately, I didn't get to push the cart, but that's okay, we still won. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for parts 2 and 3, and have a nice day.